Minasan, Hi-Sai from the Ryukyu Kingdom of Okinawa, Japan. You are listening to the Shima Gaijin podcast with your host, Joe Isamu Davis.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Anastoplus on the Shima Gaijin podcast. Welcome, dude.
Hey, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, man. That's a cool, what kind of webcam you got?
I don't know, just Chinese,
Chinese shit.
Yeah.
Alibaba?
Yeah, it's probably got, a bunch of people in North Korea watching. So.
They're not going to learn shit from us today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just using.
So what's going on?
Nothing, man. I'm typical Saturday. We're in what, HB Con B, whatever that means. Doesn't really mean anything, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it hasn't really changed my life because I don't go out anywhere anyway. So this has been ideal for me.
Yeah, it's almost like you should have started a podcast a long time ago.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave the house or anything like that, right?
I know, right? Yeah.
What have you been up to besides the podcast?
Just working, doing the personal training, online coaching.
Yeah. So did COVID made you go to online?
No, I always did online, but COVID, I don't know, I guess it pushed a lot of people because a lot of people were out of a job, a lot of trainers were out of a job, but I was always doing online for the past couple of years. So it didn't impact me. I don't know if business probably stayed about the same for me.
Okay. You started an app, right?
Yeah. Well, not really. I just put my logo on a pre-made skeleton of an app. So a lot of people think I made it, and if you want to think that, that's cool.
Dude, you should have just took credit. You should have just gone.
I should have. Yeah.
It's like, man, he's got many talents. He's he knows how to program apps and shit on his free time, and he's doing fitness stuff and doing this telegraph thing that he's doing with the fitness information. How does the how was your online, or how is it going? Like, what's the process? What are you doing? You just send people a training regimen and you're tracking their progress through the app, or what?
Yeah, well, so normally they'll how does it work? It's
people give me money.
People give me money, and I say, hey, go do some jumping jacks. Send me a video of you doing jumping jacks, and I'll watch it. And I'll say, this looks terrible, and that's about it.
Okay, you correct the form and all that.
No. So normally, it is everything's delivered through the app, which is pretty handy. I think, you can track your diet through there. You got food journal in there. You got your weight and your measurements and all that you can track in there, which I do for most online clients. I'll give them a workout. And the difference between online and in person is we work on like every aspect of your training. So with in person, you're just kind of doing, I see you an hour a week and we do the workout. But with online, it's, we focus on the workout, but we also focus on, all the other stuff that matters. So maybe it's sleep, maybe it's managing your stress, maybe it's just diet stuff, but it's I guess more of a holistic type approach. So it's a lot more communication. So I talk with people like through Skype calls or something, texting, whatever. I talk to them 1 or 2 times a week just to see how they're feeling, how they're progressing. It's mostly, it works pretty well when there's a lot of communication.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine when it's just one-on-one in the gym, it's like, okay, that's our 50 minutes or, hour.
Yeah, you do the workout, but
I got a
yeah,
client coming in next that, I got to get to.
yeah, I
So.
never liked doing it that way. And, I mean, some people are like, they won't do it unless I'm there. And if you're that kind of person, I mean, I understand. But, the workout part is just a small part of, for example, if it's weight loss, the workout part is, maybe 10% of it. And for the other parts, I'm not going to really get to talk to you about that if it's just in person.
Yeah, I think, that's the problem, right? With like a New Year's resolution or just a new goal is I'm going to lose this weight. And the only factor that we think about is just going to the gym and, pumping out some iron or running on the track or on the treadmill. And then that's it. And I can go home and eat my large pizza and Diet Coke, and I haven't lost shit. Nothing's happened.
And that's pretty much how I live my life. So
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
You can see what happened to us, and it just doesn't work that way.
It took 30 years to figure out that sleep matters, drinking water matters, not eating after 8 matters.
Yeah, it's all everything outside the gym is probably what's going to make the biggest impact.
Do you do the follow? Do you try to do the follow-up stuff, the phone calls and the other things that you do with the online folks, with the people you do face to face?
Sometimes, because face to face is, I mean, it's an hour. So if that hour is all training, then that's what it's going to be. If we finish the training in 30 minutes, and then you have some other stuff to address, then we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Sometimes in between sets we'll touch on it, but it's not as in depth, because if it's online, we'll talk, we'll go on a call, and it'll be entirely about what's going on with with your diet, or what's been what are some of the obstacles you're dealing with, and that kind of thing.
What's your clientele like? Is it and what I mean by that is it mostly people that are local, or is it international? I mean, you got people in the States or Germany.
Yeah, it's for the online. Yeah. It's international. I think mainland Japan, and I mean all around this area, Japan, Korea, and then I think there's some in the States too. And there's some locally that are only online that I never see.
Okay.
I think it's cool because then another annoying part of in-person is like the coordinating times and all that. But online, you just do it on your own time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it was international, you probably have to wake up pretty early or stay up late just to meet up.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, it's only been a problem a couple times, but most of the time it falls within my normal hours. Yeah.
What got you into the app?
Was
that your idea? Fighting? I heard your cat in the last podcast. That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I got this new kitten, and everyone hates her. She just goes. I have 2 adult cats, and she just goes around annoying them.
So you got 3 cats total?
Yeah, which is, I don't know. It might be too much, but yeah. But what'd you say? What got me into the app?
Yeah, was that your original idea? Like, maybe I should start doing an app, or someone got you into it?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I first started online, there wasn't any apps around for that.
Yeah.
So it was mostly, I don't know, maybe email or, just old-fashioned stuff, Excel sheets and stuff like that. But yeah, in maybe just the past couple of years, there started being apps made for people like me to track clients. And so that's been a lot more useful. I think more so for the clients.
Yeah. It helps them keep their own accountability.
Yeah.
So
and
it's, on the phone, right?
Yeah. And it's, if it's easy to do, you're more likely to do it. So, and that makes things a lot easier, I think.
Obviously, I guess you have to approach differently to each client. So, I mean, How do you do that? If you got someone who's just brand new, what do you start them off with?
Normally just, I'll hear what they want to do, what their end goal is.
Yeah, let's just say it's like weight loss.
Yeah. And then kind of just narrowing that down to like, okay, has there been anything that worked in the past? What's been your main struggle with it? So for example, maybe it's, I don't know, they're really stressed and they are a stress eater, and that's been what keeps them from losing weight. So then, maybe you can start looking at what's making you stressed out. I know when with all the COVID stuff, a lot of people were stressed about it. Even though, like, for me, this was like the best time because I could just stay at home. And so it's like ideal for me. But a lot of people were stressed. And then these people who are stress eaters, which are, I think a lot of people are, ended up overeating from the stress and then gaining weight. So for people like that, it was really just about seeing what's going on, where's the stress coming from, and then addressing that. And then maybe a lot of times, even just by addressing that, they end up eating less. They're not stressing anymore. So
yeah. Or if they want to eat, do you have them change? Hey, bring a snack with you. That's healthy. Vice grabbing the M&Ms that's in the candy jar at the office.
Yeah. That's another really easy thing. I think
I just described what I do.
Yeah.
Not the healthy
what
snack.
I do too. Yeah. I pretty much, so everything I do, I have my clients do the opposite. Yeah. But yeah, having, keeping those food that you want to avoid out of sight is pretty effective.
Yeah. I have my wife, Amy, she hides shit from me.
Oh yeah. My wife has to too.
Because she knows I will not just take one. I will take the whole bag.
Oh yeah. Is she like, can she eat just one and be okay?
Oh yeah. She'll start with, like, let's say like a mini fun size Twix bar or something.
Yeah.
Right. And she's just like nibbling on it, cause she's Japanese. Right. So like that's sufficient for her. She can just eat that one.
Yeah.
And like a half hour will go by and I'll have 10. And there'd be like 10 wrappers, scattered all over. And I look over to her and she's still nibbling on that one piece of chocolate.
Yeah, my wife's the same way.
Yeah.
Like we'll each get a pint of ice cream. Hers lasts like 2 weeks. Mine
You're going to the
lasts like
commissary. You're going to the grocery store every day.
Yeah. Because like if she has it, I have to have it too. So I'm eating like a pint a day, you know what I mean?
We went to when this whole COVID started popping off, like in end of February, March, we went to the store, the commissary, whatever, and started loading up on all this, food that, non-perishable items. And we got like the Giorno pizzas. I got like 5 boxes and I put them in our big freezer. That shit was gone in a week. I was like, we ain't going to survive this shit.
If it's there, I'm
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
The last typhoon, I bought like some snacks because I thought we were going to be holed up for a few days, but it just kind of passed overnight. So I was like, well, I guess I got to eat all these,
Oh, man. So the podcast, FART, Fitness, Advice, Review, Telegraph. Is that what it is? That's what it stands for, right? Or did I miss a word?
No, that's it. Yeah.
Fitness, Advice, Review, Telegraph. But this was something that you were doing before you did the podcast, right? Was this like a newsletter that you were sending out?
Yeah. It started out as a newsletter because, the idea from it came because the most common thing I would hear from people about why they have trouble with getting in shape was they don't know where to look for good information, and there's too much information. Because if you Google like how to lose weight, there's like 50 different answers, So it started out as I would just look up whatever the trending search was for the week on Google with health and fitness related stuff. And then whatever that was, I would write about it in this email. Just telling you like the real story behind whatever. Like if it was a certain diet that was trending, I would say, okay, this diet is stupid because whatever. And then, yeah, I guess I just kind of got lazy and stopped writing those emails. So, and then I heard this podcast where this guy was like, man, if it's 2020 and you don't have a podcast, you got to rethink your life, man. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll start one. So, and I thought this would be a good topic for a podcast. So
what podcast was that you were listening to?
Where they said that? I don't remember what it was.
It was about fitness or what?
No, it was like a business podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think it was like smart passive income. Have you heard of that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the guy with the brown hair, kind of.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not a high pitched voice, but
yeah,
he's like,
that
hey,
guy.
You haven't started a podcast yet,
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I've actually watched a lot of their videos.
Yeah, I think he has some good stuff.
Yeah. So, I was going to ask you something. I totally forgot. I went blank. How are you liking it so far?
Yeah, I like it because I think because I used to mainly write, and this is, I mean, there's still some writing involved in this, but I think because I'm doing it with somebody else, I have a co-host.
Yeah, what's your co-host's name again?
Catherine.
And is she actually one of your clients?
She was. Okay. Yeah.
Is she here in Okinawa?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that makes it a lot easier for me, I think, because I tend to just overthink everything if I'm just doing it myself. And
yeah, well, it helps with the conversation, right? And like, when you told me you were doing the podcast and I was listening, I came back to you and I was like, man, I like it. One, because I feel like you two have a great chemistry. Like she kind of guides the conversation with, hey, this is the topic that we're going to talk about. This was in the news, or I found this article. And she starts explaining it. And then you come in with your opinion and, your humor, your wittiness, the kind of like the satire writing that you're doing.
I guess
it's got a good balance,
Yeah. My main, I knew that I felt it would be a good fit because just even when we were training together, my main goal would be to just annoy her as much as possible. So, which is fun for me, So I figured that would be also fun in a podcast.
I think it's good, yeah, because you guys kind of make each other laugh. And what was that you were talking about with the vitamin C with James Blunt? What was? What do you? Yeah. I can't think of it right now. What?
The butt chugging, right? Butt chugging vitamin C.
Explain to people what butt chugging is.
This wasn't a thing when I was in college. I found out about it after, but I guess it's a newer thing. I guess I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't cool enough in college to know what it was. But it's you take a tampon and then you soak it in vodka and then stick it up your butt, and that's a quick way to get drunk. So with James Blunt, he had a vitamin C deficiency.
Right, it was cool. It called scurvy.
Yeah, he had scurvy,
and he got it from eating too much meat, right?
Eating only meat,
carnivore diet.
Yeah, and so his doctor prescribed him orange juice, and he drank too much of that, which gave him acid reflux. So, I mean, it seemed to me like a pretty obvious thing that you should butt chug orange juice if you want it for the vitamins. Anyway,
just instantly gets in there,
straight in the butt. Yeah.
So when you were like, "Hey, I should do this podcast," did you run that by her? Did you ask her, "Hey, will you be my co-host?" Or how'd that conversation work?
So we actually tried. I don't remember how that conversation. I think we both had an interest,
Okay.
and so we were just like, okay, let's try one. And we actually tried a lot of different podcasts, a lot of different ways of doing it.
Okay.
And so yeah, we probably recorded 5 to 6 different episodes that we just threw away because they were so bad. And it's still like we've only done less than 20, so it's still kind of learning every time.
Yeah, but you've been pumping them out. I mean, 20. I think you're doing like you're being consistent. You're putting them out every Sunday or Monday, I think.
Yeah, every week we try to do Sunday, Monday, and we had some different ideas originally. Originally, we were just going to talk about, we're going to review movies and talk about the fitness stuff in the movie. And, we kind of had to take a few episodes to figure out how we can work with each other. I don't mean that we're difficult, just difficult. I mean, yeah, she's terrible to work with, actually. No, I'm joking. I'm only saying that I only saying that because I'm hoping she'll listen. But yeah, no, to find how to balance each other out, I think took a few tries because I can be pretty annoying. So
I was actually surprised that you started a podcast because I remember when you were on our podcast with Maki. Is like you were kind of shy. Was that your first podcast with us? I mean, not with us, but just doing a podcast
as ever. Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, and that's. Yeah, I feel like I have to switch to a different person when I do those. I'm not normally as obnoxious as I am on fart. So I have to, because in real life I'm pretty quiet.
So you're okay. So, yeah. So you got to kind of motivate yourself to.
Yeah. So I was kind of motivate myself to become somebody else. Because no one wants to hear the real me. No one cares about who I really am.
Well, I think look, no, you have a lot to offer, but I think having that co-host is good, right?
Yeah, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't do it if I didn't have her doing it with me.
Right. I think she does a good job of guiding the conversation and asking the questions, and then you're providing your input, but you add the humor to it, like butt chugging, And,
Right.
But I like the format. I like what you guys are doing, and that's all you do is you just try. Yeah, man, I really mean that. You're trying to just figure things out, and it grows. As you go along. I mean, when you did the podcast with Maki and I, we just had one mic in the middle of the table.
It was the phone, right?
Was it the phone? I think it was.
Yeah, it was just the phone.
We would go back and forth between a mic and then a phone.
And now look at me. I got my $14 Amazon mic.
Yeah, look at that.
And my $9 webcam.
I just ordered some real cheap podcast set. So it's it's the mic with a windscreen with the what do you call it? The boom arm.
Oh,
and, yeah. And I don't think it comes with headphones, but it's supposed to get or it has some good reviews. So we'll see. But I want to get some people to come over and get some guests and stuff like that
in person.
Yeah, okay. I would like to. I'll probably limit it right now because of what's going on, but eventually once we get over this, So you should come over. Bring Catherine with you. Maybe we could talk about movies.
Yeah.
And
we'll
butt
do
chugging.
that. The original idea. Yeah. whole thing on butt chugging. Yeah. But we gotta have you on too. Maybe we can talk about I don't know.
You want my fitness strategies?
Karate or whatever it is. All I know, only
judo,
I know.
Judo, jiu-jitsu.
Karate.
Yeah. We could talk about karate.
Have you seen Cobra Kai? The Cobra Kai show?
But everyone keeps talking about it.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's entertaining. Yeah.
Probably more so if you grew up in that era when that movie came out, right?
Yeah, because they do a lot of flashbacks and Yeah, I
That's
think
what
if
I
you know the
heard.
history of the characters, it's more entertaining.
Probably at least for the first season, I would imagine a lot of it goes back to the past and stuff like that to kind of
Mhm.
set the foundation or whatever. But yeah, I haven't heard one bad review yet. I mean, people keep on telling me to watch it.
I'm curious if do these kind of things. Do you get more students when there's like a really popular martial arts movie or something?
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
No, not particularly with judo or jujitsu. I think with MMA we do,
Oh okay.
especially when
Yeah.
when like Ronda Rousey was kind of like on top of the world
Uh-huh.
for a while, right? We were getting I got an influx of students, and their
Oh yeah.
parents like, yeah,
Like both boys and girls.
yeah, boys and girls, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember when 300 came out, all the kids were at the gym trying to like get buff.
The Spartan training.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I think I did that shit. I didn't get too far. This is too hard.
Yeah.
What kind of
But
training
even
do
the
you
guys,
do?
me,
Yeah.
lately
Do you mix it up?
the past year, it's really just been about trying to not hurt anymore. Because and it's been a weird transition because in the past couple of years, I've switched from being focused on my own training to being focused on other people's training. My coaching, I put more priority on coaching than I do my own training nowadays. But yeah, when I was, I started out doing bodybuilding and then powerlifting, and for a while I was trying to continue my usual powerlifting training while being, just crazy busy with other stuff, and ended up just getting kind of banged up. And so this year has been just trying to train, because I always had a solid like goal, maybe if it was powerlifting, it was trying to lift a certain amount or whatever, be competitive. And now it's just lifting to, I guess, stay,
Maintain.
yeah, just to, just to stay looking like I lift, and not like an obese trainer who's like, coming up in a wheelchair and
I think that's one thing we forget, especially if we're young, right? We can train hard, wake up the next day, we may feel sore, but we can just power through. But the longevity of things and mobility,
yeah, I've definitely started to feel it,
you want to be able to pick up your cats, bend over and pick up your cats,
I know, right? Yeah. That's the most important thing.
I mean, I get out of bed in the morning now, I'm just like, fuck, I can barely, bend down to go reach down for something if I need to grab it or whatever.
Man, if I was doing like the stuff you do, I'd be in way worse shape. Yeah. Because all I do is like lift the bar and then like I'm in bed the next 3 days.
Well, lifting is I mean, it can be great for you, right? But at the same time, I mean, if you're trying to do too much, exert too much, I mean, you can really do a lot of damage. That'll put you out for a long time.
Yeah.
Not
So
doing
yeah,
the
for me,
technique right.
it's longevity is a big thing for me, because I'm generally just better overall when I can get some training in, more productive. I'm probably better at work too if I regularly working out. So I've had to kind of transition from lifting heavy all the time to just lifting just to feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do any of the CrossFit stuff, or I don't know, kettlebells, or are you primarily focused on a lot of your powerlifting kind of techniques and moves? And
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of a meathead. I just do, your typical bro stuff, bench pressing.
Yeah,
and,
bro.
that kind of stuff. I don't have many clients that are also bros. We're mostly regular people. So it's, more varied than that. But for me, yeah, I stick to the regular, I got to do the curls, do some bench press. That's about it.
Do you do any cardio? Like, are you running on the?
I've started. Yeah.
sprints
I
or-
mean,
okay.
I like doing like pushing a sled and stuff, but I've started to, like yesterday I jogged 30 minutes or something. But
That's not
I was
bad,
thinking
yeah.
about doing my wife and I were talking about doing the Spartan race.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know much about it, but it's like an obstacle type race. So
It's like
I
the
thought
one that they do on base, right? But it's just a different
Yeah.
company. Spartan race, right?
Yeah. So I was thinking about that just because it'll be nice to have something to train for. Again, have a certain
A goal.
specific goal. Yeah.
Well, do they do it here in Okinawa, or they do it in mainland?
Yeah, they're actually doing it in February. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't know where. But-
Probably up north or down in Itoman or something. Or
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's like you gotta climb ropes and I don't know, crawl under barbed wire and stuff like that.
getting out of your comfort zone there.
Yeah. So that's why like I'm trying to get some jogging in because I haven't done any cardio in a while. Yeah. Because for me, if I lift a weight for 10 reps, that's like running a marathon for me,
Yeah. I used to run a lot for a few years, but I don't know. After like 20 minutes nowadays, I'm just like, I don't got time for this. I got other shit to do. So like I'll do my running like early, like in the morning, but I only do like 2 miles, and I'm like, okay, I got to go shower and go. I got got work.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
shit.
any more than that. I mean, do you really need to run more than 2 miles? I mean,
Especially out here, like 100%
Oh, yeah.
humidity. You wake up, it's already like 85% humidity. Like fuck
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
Yeah. What's the name of your app again?
So it's what's called Cake Strong. But
So you used to, your first company, or the name of it was Cake and Iron, right?
yeah, and I wasn't doing any. Was I? I don't think I was doing any training with it. Maybe I was,
Okay.
but limited. Yeah.
I got your shirt on right now. Look.
Oh yeah. So that's
Thanks,
that's
bro.
a rare item.
Yeah. I be sporting it all the time.
But yeah, so the app is it's invite only. So like only clients get access to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not selling the shirts anymore or anything like that?
No, that wasn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't for me.
But you got the group page. You got. Is it just one group page?
Yeah. That's another thing that I started that wasn't really for me.
But I see that you still you do your writing, and you're a funny writer, man. Like the satire and everything that you put into it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks. Yeah. That's originally, I don't know how, that was maybe 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
I started. I actually quit training people and focused on writing and making shirts and stuff. And I don't know. I guess I just at some point just thought like, is this really the best way to best use of my time? And I just thought that I could, I guess, make more of an impact on people by just going back to the coaching and because the whole idea behind the website and the clothes was making fun of fitness and the fitness culture. And so I thought, well, maybe instead of making fun of it, I could still make fun of it, but maybe also help some people at the same time. So, and I don't know. I'd say it's going a little bit better.
I think it's awesome. I think you guys continue to do it. It can be big. I truly believe that. It's a good thing.
It'll be cool.
Is Catherine going to be out here in Okinawa for a while?
I think she's been here a while, but maybe I think early next year she's leaving. So that might, I don't know.
You could still do it. I mean,
I could still do it.
Yeah, she would. You would just have to coordinate the time to do, to record it, I guess, and different time zone or whatever, right?
Yeah. And it's still been fun to do. It's actually enjoyable. So
yeah. When I was listening to your podcast, I was like, man, I need a co-host, and I would I think what makes it work too is that you got a male and a female, so you get these two different perspectives, these two different kind of characters. It's not two bros talking,
Yeah, and you can tell you sometimes listen to a podcast with two hosts and they both have like the same exact voice.
Yeah, so or the same opinions, and there's no difference, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I need to get a co-host, but I haven't found any. I asked my wife's her nephew's wife. I was like, because she speaks English. I was like, hey, so and so, you want to be on my podcast? And she just immediately said no. I was like, great, hey, thanks, appreciate it, talk to you later. All right, who's next on the list? Oh, nobody. Okay. Honey, you want to do it? She said no. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a commitment, like a big time commitment and stuff.
Yeah.
And
if you don't commit, then there's that animosity, or you get things get weird. I've experienced that, so you know what I'm talking about.
There's many. Yeah, I guess I'm sure that's going to happen with me and Catherine soon. We'll have a big falling out.
But I think that's what's great about COVID, or doing these podcasts now. You don't have to be in the same room, So, but
it's really works really well for us because we don't even do a video, so we just kind of record, don't look at each other, and that's so it would be weird to Yeah.
What are some of the worst annoying diets? I know you guys already started covering that kind of stuff, but to you, like, if I ask you, what's the worst ones? Or annoying?
I don't know. I mean, so I tend to be pretty on the show on fart. I tend to be pretty opinionated. That's mainly for entertainment's sake. But in real life, if somebody told me they're doing, for example, the carnivore diet, I mean, if that's what you want to do, I mean, I'll at least tell you, hey, get some vitamin C so you don't have to butt chug orange juice. But it's whatever works for you. I don't care. It's, I mean, I care, but not like, if I hear you doing, whatever diet, I'm not going to say, hey man, you shouldn't be doing that. If it works for you, I mean, who am I to tell you? You're the expert on you. So, I mean, I'll just help you make sure you're doing it safely.
Yeah.
I guess the only ones that I think that you absolutely shouldn't do is maybe anorexia or something.
I heard that works really well though.
It does. It is really effective. So
yeah, I've been doing the intermittent fasting for over a year. I kind of fell off the bandwagon once COVID hit, but that seems to work for me. Just
and see, that's opposite for me because I hate doing that. So there you go. Because I'll be starving and then I'll just so I'll be starving and then when it's time to eat, I'll shove just shove it all in.
Face. Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh shit, I only have 6 more hours to eat. So I'll just panic eat,
grabbing everything that's there.
Yeah. So it doesn't work well for me.
I do find myself doing that. I'm like, okay, shit, I got 2 hours left. I must stop eating at 3:30. And that's when I start grabbing the chocolate and shit like that. And start, hounding it down. And then I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I fell off for a while. And if I get off the cycle of when I'm supposed to eat or whatever, I'll just wait at least at a minimum 12 hours before I put something in my stomach. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
feel
it
great.
works for a lot of people. A lot of people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then what's your diet like? What do you do? Anything? Just as long as you're watching portions and you're eating good food?
Yeah, actually, lately what I've been doing is eating whatever I want, whenever I want. And, it feels pretty good because I think I'm really messed up because when I first started working out, when I was still pretty new, I started training with this trainer, and he was a big bodybuilding guy, and he, urged me to get into bodybuilding and compete. And so I was like, oh, okay. And, bodybuilding diets, the way I learned it, is not the healthiest diet. It's very, the way I mean, I'm not saying that it is for everybody, but the way I learned it, it was very, you eat these foods, and if you eat like ice cream, you're an asshole, basically.
You're banished from the group.
Yeah. If it's not broccoli and chicken, you're a piece of shit. You're like, get out of here. So that's kind of how I learned to eat and think about eating. And I guess I didn't realize until, I don't know, the past couple of years that it kind of put me in a weird place mentally with food. Because I would always try to, like, I'd feel bad, and I think a lot of people do. I'd feel bad if I ate, ice cream or something. And then, so I would try to restrict myself, and then I would end up just having like a day where I just binge, And so I just started saying, like, whatever, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to eat what I want to eat. And it's actually been, I'm eating overall less, I think. Because I don't restrict myself, and then I don't end up binging later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll eat whatever I want. And I mean, I guess the only thing I'll pay attention to is probably just get enough protein.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting enough of everything else. But overall, I do feel a lot better, just mentally. I guess physically too. I'm not like the leanest I've ever been, but I don't really care anymore. I mean, who's gonna look at me?
The cats and your wife.
My cats and my wife, who are already like over it, So yeah, it's intuitive eating is, I think, like what it's called. And I'm not doing every principle in that. It's a whole, there's like this whole movement of being anti-diet and, accepting you the way you are, that kind of thing.
So good at your 350 pounds.
Yeah. And I think that's, I mean, there's certain parts of that makes sense. But I mean, of course, being obese is not healthy. But I also don't think you should feel guilty for wanting ice cream and eating it.
Or eating a whole bag of cookies. I think you told us that story one time. Did you go somewhere? Yeah, I think it was during your bodybuilding days. You're like, I just went around the corner somewhere. Just
yeah. I did do that. I would, I don't know, every couple weeks I would just get a bag of cookies or something. And and then go to like some abandoned parking lot, just eat it all and just sit there in the dark.
I'm tired of eating boiled chicken.
So yeah, that's coming from that,
Yeah.
Now I eat it without hiding.
You just do it right there in public.
Just do it right in the open.
Right there on your sofa, just sitting back.
Yeah.
Oh, that is weird, right? I mean, I've met people like either at a party or a gathering or maybe a company or work thing where you're all eating and it's like you got that one person who's this super health nut and it's like, well, no, I can't eat that. I got my chicken and broccoli in the car or in the refrigerator. I got this. I got a bodybuilding competition coming up, and I get it, but sometimes I feel like it's so overboard. Like,
Yeah, I mean, some people like living that way, and maybe they need to live that way, and they can do that, but I can't. So, if that was me and I was at the party, and I'd be like, "No, sorry guys, I'm eating my can of tuna," I'd probably go home that night and then eat like a gallon of ice cream and cry or something. Like that's what I would do. But some people can do that, no problem. So yeah, that's great if that's you.
Someone once told me that like they were out to lunch and this lady, all she had was like just the water while they're all sitting there in the restaurant. And then she's like, "Oh, I'll be right back. I have a piece of chicken breast in the car."
Yeah.
And then she came back. Like, good Lord.
I remember I went to a bodybuilding show, and then afterwards I had a barbecue. But like everyone there brought their own shit. Like they're sitting there eating like can of fish and like, so what's even the point? Like they're
Do you remember the days before they had the tuna in the pouch? Tuna was just in a can. I knew people who carried a fanny pack with a tuna can and a can opener. I hope he's not watching this.
That's a pretty good idea. Keep it in the fanny pack.
Yeah. Just like, hey, hold on a second,
Yeah.
Open it up, start eating it. We're going to throw that away, man. This is an island. We recycle here.
There's a lot of people that they eat the tuna pouch for lunch. I could never do that.
I don't think I could do that. Actually, I lie. I think I did do that for a while. I'm probably guilty of that.
Yeah, I just can't. I don't know. I think it's partly because I don't like eating out of a bag is weird.
Yeah.
I guess if it was a can, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's in a can." I understand. But
do you do the meal prep or anything like that, or is it just like, hey, it's lunchtime, it's time to go to I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pack a lunch
for the curry place
just for convenience, say, or maybe I don't know if it's convenience or maybe just to save a few bucks.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, I've also been the guy who, packed like 6 Tupperwares of chicken, But now I just, I pack a regular amount of regularly unhealthy food.
Do you carry the gallon of water around?
No, that's just so stupid, man.
Mine would be like whiskey and soda,
Yeah, it's not just the gallon, but it's like the gallon with the sleeve on it with like pockets and shit. And they're posting on Instagram, drinking my gallon of water. Like, all right, good job, you drank some water. Like, okay, doing like the basic shit to survive.
Did you ever compete in that Far East bodybuilding competition out here that they usually have every year?
No, I did off-base ones. I think back when I was doing it, they didn't have that. They stopped doing it.
Oh, okay.
And then they recently, I don't know if it's recently, but they brought it back. But I don't think it was when I was into it. Yeah.
Okay. Have you been working out at the gym on base?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you have to wear a mask, and I don't mind. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't bother me.
I haven't been at the gym at all. I've just been doing stuff outside.
But, are you still teaching?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not since end of March. But I was contacted by the youth center at Kadena. They said they're going to try to bring back the kids to where we can just do conditioning, agility work, solo drills, and things like that. But it'll have to be split so we can do the whole social distancing and they can't touch or make contact or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm still waiting on that.
Is that so? Is that pretty much everywhere?
Yeah, I don't think they're not allowing any kind of indoor sports or full contact sports or anything
Even like
that.
off base too?
No, I think off base. I think they encourage like that they don't do it, but I know there's a MMA BJJ school down in Naha. They haven't skipped a beat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think in Naha and in Okinawa City, they just kept on going.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy part too: is that, some of them work on base, Japanese, folks, right? So it's like, oh, okay. And that's what's so weird about this whole COVID thing, right? It's like, the cases that, you got people working off base or on base and coming on the base, off the base. But then we're restricted, they're not restricted. It's
Yeah.
I don't even know what to think of it anymore. I know I was super paranoid back in February, March, like, oh dude, we're gonna drop like flies. I'm not gonna make it. I ate all my DiGiorno pizza. I'm fucked. What's it like at the gym though? Is it pretty packed though?
No, they limit the people. I think every gym is different, but
It's like what, 40, 50 people or something like that? Or?
I think on Foster it's like 40 or 50.
Are you going early in the morning?
Just all different times.
Okay.
I try to avoid the rush because I don't want to wait in line. I feel like I don't know. I hate waiting in line, but waiting in line to just go lift a bar feels like stupid to me.
It's like waiting in line to like use the self checkout at the commissary or something, right?
Oh yeah. I feel stupid doing that too. Just I can't really justify waiting in line for much.
Me neither.
Yeah, even
oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, even when it's at full capacity, it's still pretty empty because that gym's so big, even with 40 people in there, it's pretty.
You got a lot of people outside doing the HIIT stuff.
Yeah,
HIIT workouts. Those bars and stuff. Do you ever work out at home or just outside, like with a kettlebell or anything, or do you?
Yeah, I was.
At the gym?
Yeah, when they were all closed, I did. And I didn't really miss the gym too much, actually. But yeah, it's going to the gym is just, I guess, more of a convenience thing.
Yeah,
because I already know what I'm going to do. But if I'm going to work out at home, I have to like think up all this new shit that I'm going to have to do. So less thinking involved, less brain cells involved. So yeah, I'm a typical gym guy. If it requires me thinking, I don't like it.
I was going to ask you, how long you been living in Okinawa now?
Probably, what am I, 11, what, 20?
How do you go from 11 to 20? You go 11.
I don't know.
Is it 11?
Because I'm bad at math. I just told you. It requires thinking. I can't do it. So
you said 20, 21?
21. I got here when I was 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've never left, like, to go live anywhere else?
No.
So 21 years straight.
Yeah.
Dang.
How about you?
Were you born here, though?
No. I was born in California.
Okay. No, I've been here. 4th of July weekend's always like my anniversary. So 2002, I think I got here. So 18 years now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, pretty close though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were 13. You said you were 13 when you came here. Okay. Wait, how old are you now?
34.
Okay.
That's 21 years, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So your mom's Okinawan?
Mm-hmm.
And I forget, is your parents still out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're like me, right? You don't speak Japanese fluently or anything like that. Or do you? You just don't really talk much.
No, not fluently. No.
Are you like me, like where you can say some phrases and some words that makes it sound like you can speak Japanese fluently?
I'd say that's accurate. Yeah.
Remember that meeting we went to? We were interested about selling our products at that mud run. We were talking to that gentleman.
Yeah.
I remember you were like speaking a little bit of Japanese, like, oh man, you're pretty good. You're like, nah, I know a few words. So when you
How's
went to
everything
college,
going with what's that?
I said when you went to college out here. Then you didn't go
Yeah,
back to the
yeah.
States or anything. Oh, okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Sorry, you said how was my what?
How's your the Pacific grappler stuff?
It's been put on hold, man.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's no events now, huh?
Yeah, no events or anything
Yeah.
like that. I was thinking about getting into like drop shipping, maybe sending a
Mhm.
bunch of shit back to the States so people can order it. But it's it's weird because there's schools in the States that aren't training or anything like that, and I don't know. I was supposed to have a shipment of rash guards coming in back in February, and it's been like 7 months, so I'm still waiting on that. They said they're going to ship them soon now, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, kind of like on hold right now, and I'm having actually more fun doing this, but I just need to figure out a way to make
how long
money.
have you been doing this one?
This one I just started in May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like once a month went by, I said, "Man, yeah, we're not." After assessing, I'm like, we're never going back to jiu-jitsu or judo for a while. So I needed to find something to do from home, So yeah, since May. When did you start? About the same time, right? June?
No, I think maybe a couple months. So yeah, June, July-ish.
June, July-ish. You already pumped out 20.
Well, no, less than 20. I'm pretty sure it's less than 20.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you guys are doing your episode, is Catherine doing the research for the articles, and do you know what she's going to bring up ahead of time?
Yeah, so we'll usually look up what's trending, and there's usually a couple different things, and then we'll kind of pick one, and then I guess she does most of the research, and then I'll read it, and then I'll just put in a dick joke here and there. And that's about it. Even though I think originally the idea was that I would be offering my valuable insights as a fitness
Your
professional,
expert opinions and stuff.
but it's actually I think comes across as more knowledgeable than me. And I'm not saying she's not, but
What I thought was funny on the last episode, when you guys were talking about James Blunt and the scurvy, and at the end, you guys were talking about, I guess, basically a balance, right? And kind of like you intertwined that with the blue zones. And you're talking about like Okinawa, and you're going down the list of why those people live so long, right? And you're like, no, I don't do that. No, I don't do that either. Well, basically, it came down to, I guess we're screwed, huh?
Yeah, I think that's going to be. We're actually doing a whole episode on blue zones next.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what research she's done.
What? Yeah. Do you know off the top of your head what those were? One was like groups or community, right?
The what was it?
If you don't know it off the top of your head, that's fine. I'm just curious. I know one of them was like they don't drink that much.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird about Okinawa, because Okinawans are known for drinking. Yeah.
So family, they put family first. They don't smoke as well. This is don't smoke, but Okinawa, everyone smokes.
Yeah.
Lots of vegetables, lots of physical activity. They're very social. Spirituality or religion. Family life. They don't eat too much. I always thought that Okinawa kind of fell off of that list, but I guess not.
I'm pretty sure it's not where we live in Okinawa. It's probably like Ishigaki or Miyako.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing about Miyako. Miyako's known for like belligerent, drunk people who just
are they?
fight. Yeah. Maybe I'm being like just kind of stereotypical, but
your wife's from there, right? Or
my first wife was.
Oh, okay.
She was a drinker.
So how about your current wife? She's also from Okinawa, right?
Yeah, she's from Urasoe area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But she's kind, that's an interesting one too, because her mother's from Amami Island, which is, I don't even know if that's even considered a part of the archipelago islands. I think it's between Okinawa and mainland. And then her father was originally from the Philippines, so. But yeah, she's in Chinanchu. Yeah, she's Okinawan, born and raised here. So, yeah. How about your mom? Where's she from?
Just here, this area, the Okinawa City area.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you take part in the stuff like Shimi? Like the family stuff? Do you guys do any of that? Or
not that much. Not that much lately.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it seemed. I don't know if this is just an accurate memory, but I feel like it was always, when I was growing up, it was a bigger deal. But maybe it was just because I had to be there because I was a kid or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I actually haven't gone to one in a few years. But I'm sure that's still practiced to some extent. Maybe just it's probably not like an entire family gathering.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Well, Shimi, I've been to a couple, but we usually don't go. And then maybe we should explain what Shimi means or what it is.
It's like
it's like in March or April, right?
I don't.
It's
I don't
where
even
you
know.
It's where the families gather at the tomb, at the
Yeah.
family tomb, to kind of clean up, and then they bring food and they bring drinks for the ancestors and the spirits, right? And they kind of hang out, eat.
Yeah, like a graveyard picnic.
Graveyard picnic. There you go.
Yeah,
That's the translation.
and then
Shimi.
Obon is kind of but it's when all the ghosts come out, right? That's when all the ghosts,
when they come back, to party, I guess.
Yeah.
For 3 days. Third day, they
Right.
kind of let them go back to the spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess what their party is just going and visiting and eating all that weird food.
Yeah, you go to the Butsudan, which is like the little mini shrine in the house, and light the incense.
Then they get the money, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know. That don't seem like a great party to me.
I guess it probably depends on the family, huh?
Like going back, just because I guess it depends. Like in their whatever afterlife area they're in, are they doing anything, or are they just kind of dormant during that time? And they let them out once a year.
They just party once a year, and then they,
or maybe they're just
dormant.
doing, maybe they're doing regular stuff. Maybe they have their job and stuff.
Yeah, I know for the one that we do for Shimi or Obon, it's like they light a cigarette and they put the alcohol.
Oh yeah,
Beer or the awamori. And see, that contradicts that whole Blue Zone thing. Like,
right? Yeah.
How come like heavy smoking and heavy drinking is not on that list of things that for
they
longevity?
Probably got it wrong. They probably got it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be like the more country, the Inaka areas where that longevity was, but
yeah, because I can't see it here, man. Because all the old people I see are like hanging out at A&W, having root beer floats and stuff.
Every time I see like the Ojis and the Obas at McDonald's hanging out or whatever, I'm like, oh, that's a moai that's happening right now. It's a daytime moai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys plan on having any guests for your podcast?
Any what?
You plan to have any guests on your podcast besides yours truly? But I meant like any
I don't know.
guests or anything like that, or
I don't know. We haven't. I guess we'll start with you, and then we'll see.
Oh God, yeah, I'll set the standard pretty low.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We've never, because yours is, this one is all guests, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Because I don't have a co-host, so.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just see how it goes. I don't know.
Yeah. Besides David Ralston, I mean, you're probably my first real local guest. So congratulations to you.
Oh, I guess, yeah. All your other ones were not, huh?
Yeah, they're either like
Yeah.
in mainland or somewhere in
Yeah.
the States or whatever. But
How hard is it to coordinate all that?
it's actually not as difficult as I thought it would be.
Okay.
I mean, like when I did with Enson Inoue, who was an MMA fighter back in the day, he did like Pride and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the hardest part is trying to get in contact with them and then getting them to respond, I guess, you know. But once he responded, he said, "Yeah, we're good." And I was like, "Okay, you know, what dates are available for you in time?" And I'll try to just work it off that. So if they're willing to do it, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice, you know, staying up late or doing whatever. But
Yeah. Do most people agree to it?
So far, yeah. I mean, there's been a few
Yeah.
people who haven't responded back, so I just don't take it
Yeah.
personal. They're either busy or they probably think I'm some weirdo. They look at my Instagram page like, this guy's fucking weird, fucking beard and doing dumb shit, and
Yeah.
you know, or maybe they do listen to the episode like, this guy's boring. I don't know, but I enjoy it. You know?
Yeah, I would figure that's. I mean, I don't think anyone's 100%. I would think there's more, you know, people saying no than yes.
Yeah, I was just
I don't know.
I mean,
I haven't tried. So,
do you have any like people you look up to, or as far as in the health and fitness world that you follow? Maybe that's not famous, but just someone that you follow, or
probably, yeah. There's some people that like, mainly nerds, people who are, you know, out there doing actual research.
Okay,
I don't really follow any like Instagram people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do follow. I don't know. Maybe there's I guess the first one that comes to mind is Dr. Brett Schoenfeld. He's done a lot of research in hypertrophy, so how to different ways to build muscle. And Chris Beardsley is another researcher I like. Yeah, mainly yeah, boring stuff. Boring nerds, basically.
Well, maybe you should make some time, man. Go on Instagram and see what else is out there. You know, maybe I'm pretty sure there's lots of other fitness podcasts that are out there, and maybe reach out to them or something. But it takes time.
Yeah.
Though. But yeah.
I think it'll be cool.
Well, hey Ryan, I appreciate it, man. It's been over an hour, dude. That was easy.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Hey, so how can people get in touch with you?
You can, you know, add me on Facebook. Just my name's Ryan Anastoplus, which I don't know. I guess maybe that'll be the show title.
Yeah, I'll put that.
It's a weird spelling. It's hard to spell, so
I can put your info in the body of the podcast there.
But yeah, I don't know if you either Facebook or I have Instagram. It's cake.and.ryan. I don't use it too often, but it's there. Or email too. I'm kind of old fashioned, so email's good. Just
okay,
Ryan
I'll put that stuff on there.
Ryan at poundcake.fit is if you ever want to send me a nude or something. No, don't do that. Or you can't. I don't care. Whatever. Do whatever you want.
And what's the name of the app again?
So the name of the app is Cake Strong, but you have to be a client to use it.
Okay.
If you're interested in any of that in training, and you know, I am more responsible than I come off on my podcast. I'd like to think. Just go to poundcake.fit and you can find information on my training there.
Cool. I appreciate it, man. Let's do this again, and hopefully maybe we can get Catherine on the next time, and then
oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I'll be more
she might
happy
ruin
to do
everything
yours.
though. She's just gonna ruin everything.
No, I don't think so.
I just said that so she'll
I'll just enjoy both of you going back and forth with each other.
But yeah, we'll have you on part 2. So
cool. I appreciate that, man. So this was fun.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Hey, you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, man.
All right. Hey, don't go nowhere yet.
Yeah.